getting an idea of what your technicians are doing on site and asking them questions just for compliance purposes or just getting an idea is super important. And to achieve this functionality in FieldCamp, we have something which we call job forms, and job forms are a add-on, which means we don't of course charge for it. Just to keep it simple, what we have done is you would head over to settings in the add-ons, and there is this thing which is called forms, which you will add. You connect it, and basically we will enable this into your account, and on the sidebar of the settings itself you will see a functionality added which is called forms. Think of it like you are downloading an checklist app from the app store, but it's just the FieldCamp's app store. So once you've added the form, what you will do is you will create a new form, and this is just like a very customizable form maker. Over here I'll just select that, hey, it's called test printing test form. I can add any description if I want to, and then do I want to automatically attach it to the new job or no? I'll just keep it unselected for now, and then I'll select add a new field. When I say add a new field, it will show me multiple options for the data type. So there can be a text data, select, multi-select, date, time, email, radio button, etc. There's a bunch of options. One option I know we have got a multiple customer requests for this is the attachments. So ultimately we are going to be adding attachments to this list in the coming days as well. But let's say for now, I'll just select the select option. The field label is, then in the options, I'll just add whatever options I want. For example, did you complete your work as guided? Yes. I'll just mark it required for now. Then I will add an option which is no. And for now, once this is done, I'm just gonna save it. If I mark it as required, then I need to fill this question out in case I want to mark the job complete as a technician. Once this job is filled out, what you can do is you can go to jobs and you can say add a job. Over here, the first screen remains the same, which is the scheduling part of it. The second screen, which is where you add all the secondary information like line items, instructions, etc. Over there, you will see an option for job forms. You will just enable the job forms option. And basically when you do that, for example, we just select a client. We will select a job for them. We'll enable the job forms and we'll create it. Once that particular job is created, we'll go to visits. In case you want to know the difference between a job and a visit, we just created a specific video for that. But for the visit, over here you will see a job form with the question which we just created. But let's say I want to mark this visit as complete. Then it will ask me like, hey, please fill out the form. I'll just say yes and then finish work. First I have to save the form and then finish work, collect signature, and then ultimately that particular visit is complete. Now if I click on the form, for instance, then over here I will see which person filled it. I can download the form if I want to, and then I can email it to the client from right here as well to send all the details that the technician has filled out in the checklist to the client. Once the job forms functionality is implemented on a client level, what you can see is in the assets for that profile, you will see something called as job form. And in the job form, you will see for what job number the form was filled out, and you can preview the answers to it as well. So what this does is for any given client, you can just get a data of all the forms or the checklists that have been filled out, and you can mark it as complete. One of the use cases which we are currently implementing is using the same job forms functionality for compliance, for example, pest control reports. So when you mark a job complete, you would ask questions like what chemicals have you used, how much have you used, etc. And then ultimately, when you open a job form and you press the download button, for example, then the download button, we will give you a PDF that you have customized from the document template customization from settings. And that will just give you a full inspection or a checklist report, which you have prepared yourself, which you have customized the template. And then the then the technicians have filled it out. If you have any questions regarding the job forms functionality, reach out to us as usual. But there's one last thing. When you add a client, we also give you option to select the default job form. So for this client, if any job is created, this job form will be the default and it would need to be filled out. So this was just a feature request from one of our customers, which we thought it was pretty cool. So you don't have to select a form every time. But in case you want to try it out, just go to a client profile and select a default job form. Thank you.